intelligent Americans are watching what illegitimate politicians are pushing on our people, and history will reflect the truth. We will not consider people who peacefully occupied a capital, holding American flags and flags representing the President of our United States, as paramilitarized and domestic terrorists, but overlook those marching down the streets, claiming public property as their own, who have burnt down American cities and attacked law-abiding citizens as peaceful protesters, but turn around and consider those who support our Constitution as traitors. Those who march around burning down our entire country will never be seen as cultural heroes. Never. You all will see justice and be removed from the tides of history. Antifa will be remembered as nothing but a disorganized domestic terrorist campaign, the largest in history, funded by foreign nationals. Soros. You think that big bankers are fighting Donald Trump because they have the American people's interests in mind? You think that the President of the United States, while sitting in office, is silenced on every social media platform in the world because free speech and justice reign? It doesn't matter if you disagree with Donald. It was easy to say, I disagree with Alex Jones. He's talking about a known event and calling it a conspiracy. My feelings are hurt. It makes sense. Let's ban him. Sure, it was easy then. Laura Loomer, she's pretty far right. She says some crazy things. I don't really... It doesn't bother me if Laura Loomer is banned. What does that affect me? Laura Loomer goes, Assange, well, he leaked classified documents. That's not journalism. He's bad at driving, obviously. Obama's campaign against true journalism, the false propaganda journalism we've seen over the last 7-8 years, we're done with it as Americans. You are not going to shove this down our throats. We don't believe you. Even if you've convinced the other 80 million that want to support your corrupt politician, you cannot convince the other 80 million. The only remedy is truth and transparency. We know you shredded the ballots in Georgia. We know they came out as spit-sized balls. We know you ordered them from China. We know you're willing to ban anyone who's willing to say it. But we, the people, are going to sue you. Class action lawsuits. It's going to come out that you are involved in the treason. Small channels like me are going to be willing to lose our voice and be censored in order that large voices like yours can no longer dictate the thoughts and opinions of the entire masses of the planet. When China or India asks you, YouTube and Google, to turn off the platform for millions of users, you happily do. You have no problem helping dictators and killers hide what they're doing. But if an American president tries to use your own platform, which you decry as a free speech platform, in order to say his unpopular speech, which again is protected by the First Amendment in America. We have to remember, these countries, these corporations, they are not all in the interest of American free speech or democracy. They have more users than we have citizens. They would happily turn it off to all Americans and move their company. American exceptionalism can end in their eyes. They don't need to keep propping us up or keep being in our country. And we have bought into what they are selling us. They're monopolies. The Amazons, the Bezos making untold billions in this pandemic, while the average American is shut down, unemployed. Your business may have gone under, but don't worry, your product is still being sold on Amazon. I don't think Americans are going to sit here and take this anymore. And it, like I said, no matter how much you try and force it down our throats, we are going to dig in, find the truth, and we're going to hold you accountable to that truth. And Jack Dorsey, Zuckerberg, let's just say all of you at YouTube and also at Google, your complicity in this, you may believe you're above the law of the American standard. But remember the Geneva Conventions, the Nuremberg trials. Your crimes against humanity to try and control, co-opt, to change everything for your benefit, no matter the cost, no matter how many companies were set aside, no matter how many small business startups were drowned due to your corporate greed, how many citizens' private data were sold, how many underage photographs you knowingly allowed to spread on your search engines, on your platforms. It's all going to come out in the wash, and eventually you will be shut down. The largest oppressors on this planet are not those in history. They're currently alive and well. They're aiding and abetting dictators across the world. And they are now pushing Chinese-level censorship on Americans. If you're satisfied with that, you're probably at the wrong channel. But if you agree with me, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Please don't give up. Consider that Lynn Wood, Sidney Powell, Flynn, even Donald Trump, small channels like me, we're not giving up. January 20th is not the statute of limitations for truth, nor justice. We will pursue every end of the earth for the information that will bring down all of you corrupt individuals. This isn't a fight for Donald Trump. This is a fight for we the people, not just of America, but across the world. Remember, they come here from Cuba, from China, from Venezuela, to escape what you're trying to push on us here. And not only will the Americans stand up and resist, but those across the entire planet will as well, if we show them the way. And I'm not encouraging physical violence. I am encouraging true legal remedy, true justice. I pray the military and the international courts are on the side of freedom and justice, as they once were in 1945. This is the Triggered Newscast. We'll see you at the next report.